broken down. Great start to the day. What is with me and my luck with buses? We were supposed to leave at 7:30 and for some reason we just didn't move till 9:30. 2 hours late. Now this has happened and now we're going to be walking in the dark. I wanted tomorrow to be as stress-free as possible and I'm already stressing. Abandoning the bus. So it's 5 p.m, which means I'm going to be walking a very dangerous track, balancing over log beams across cliffs in the dark. We're literally here 5 hours behind schedule because the stupid bus broke down. It went through 2 spare tires. They didn't have another one, so we had to just abandon the bus and hitchhike, which we had to pay for. I'm so annoyed. Let's do it. Once again, there in the background is the other side of Machu Picchu where the Inca Bridge is. So exciting! This is the Urubamba River. It goes right into the Amazon, and because it's rainy season, it's quite brown at the moment with all sediment and texture coming off the hills. But when I was here a few months ago, it was white. And my god, it's gotten so much wilder. To think that I had water rafted on that, that's fucking crazy. Getting darker. Open the doors to the palace. I'll be there for you. Open the doors to the garden. So, it's pretty dark now, but still light enough to see. And I am nearly there. I've just passed the train stop and the entrance to Machu Picchu, so I'm probably 40-minute walk away. Finally made it! I've set off on time, I'm wide awake, and it seems like a very clear morning, which I'm hoping it stays like that. It seems like the middle of summer, like it's going to be a warm summer day, so fingers crossed. Here we go, round 17 minutes, 43 minutes to go. I'm in. Oh yeah, by the way, I climbed the stairs to Machu Picchu in 39 minutes, including drink breaks, photos and videos. Oh, I'm so good. And that's Waynapicchu, the mountain I'm going to climb in about half an hour. So this behind me used to be a mountain, but there was an earthquake and it all fell down, which is why the Incans chose this spot, because there was a natural quarry. I don't know if you can see down there in the middle, all the rocks are still fallen, and that's how they built everything up here from the fallen landslide of rocks. So another thing the Incas needed is water, which there's the Urubamba River just below, right there. So they needed rocks, they needed water, and that's all they needed to build a whole city up here. But because there's still a big pile of rocks there, we know that the Incas had not finished building Machu Picchu by the time the Spanish arrived. And they just abandoned the whole thing, but the Spanish never found this, which is why it's such a cool place, because it's all so intact and nothing's been destroyed. Man, I'm so glad I came again. There's no one here and the weather is perfect. So there's no toilets in Machu Picchu. There's one at the entrance, which I went to, of course, literally less than 50 meters in. Oh my god, I need to number 2. What's wrong with me? So they're not entirely sure what Machu Picchu was used for. In terms of Incan cities, it's still quite a big city, and there's still a temple which was made from really nicely cut stones, and at the top of Waynapicchu, the mountain over there, there was still an astrologer's house where they'd read the sun and the stars and predict the future for the weather, for the farmers and all that. But they're not entirely sure what it was used for. One theory is that it was a holiday house, but there's too many homes here for it to be a royal family holiday house. So we don't know. Okay, so when Machu Picchu was discovered by an American guy in 1911, he wasn't looking for Machu Picchu. He was looking for the last Incan city where, when all the Spanish came, all the Incas ran to, and because they just disappeared. There's no bodies or anything. They just disappeared. So there's a rumor that basically there is still a last Incan city that hasn't been discovered by modern day humans yet, and that they're still all living there because their bodies were just never found. They're all just vanished, which is really bizarre. Anyway, when this American found it, he thought he'd found the last Incan city because there was 2 families living here. But turns out they'd only just discovered it themselves and thought it was a good place to make shelter and make a home. So the name Machu Picchu was derived from those 2 families that were living there. They called it that, and it means old mountain. And that's that mountain in the background. That's Machu Picchu, and that is Waynapicchu. So Machu Picchu, old mountain. Waynapicchu, something mountain, young mountain? I can't remember. Something. So he was actually quite disappointed when he realized that Machu Picchu wasn't the last Incan city. But look at what a wonder it's turned out to be. It's actually going to be a stifler of a day, so I'm going to make my way over to Waynapicchu and start trekking up La Montana. Woo! The Incans were, of course, a very clever civilization. All the terraces here on the side not only allowed them the space and room to grow crops for agriculture, but it also provided a unique drainage system that made sure that their homes would never be affected by earthquakes. So instead of the water running off the mountain in a downward hill in rainy season, it absorbs in downwards into the mountain. So clever, and that's why it's still here standing today after hundreds of earthquakes. It's still here. Through the entrance to the Ciudad. Whoop, step. Because the city was never finished, no one ever actually lived here. Only the workers who were building the city, they lived at the bottom of the mountain, not even up here in the homes which they were building. So this whole city that's just been abandoned and lost to the past has never even been inhabited. This is where the rocks had fallen before the Incas got here by an earthquake, which is why they choose the spot for Machu Picchu. This is the temple, which was incomplete. You know it was a temple or a place of sacredness and importance because of the stones they've used. They're all very specific and attention to detail, and they look beautiful. Peru still has one of the highest missing persons numbers out of all the world because they believe that Incan human sacrifices still take place, and that's why so many people go missing. Ooh. This place is truly incredible, especially when there's no one else here, and especially when the clouds just float literally right by you. It's so cool. This is an example of what the roofs would have looked like. They're redone in the traditional way every 3 years because they wear out quickly. I'm about to climb Waynapicchu. It's about 250 meters up from Machu Picchu. God damn it. Why do I do this? These ridiculous, fucking crazy things. People die doing this. I told you a girl the other week that fell 4 meters from the track and broke her leg. And God, I'm so tired. And I really, really need to number 2. We're nearly there. Nearly at the top.
There's a distance between us. It's getting hard to reach out. Haven't seen you in seasons, but all I hear is your voice.
Made it to the top of Waynapicchu.
Break me down, but I'll stay till the finish line. And I've been counting minutes for quite some time now, just to see you again.
From up this high you can really get a sense of how in the middle of nowhere it is. I mean, it's completely surrounded by mountains and like it's in the clouds. It's just ridiculous to think how they would have found a home here. Like, it's so random.
See you again.
Unbelievable day. The weather's just been perfect, and I found the most perfect spot to just sit and soak it all in by myself and listen to some music. And now the descent begins and I'm about to walk into a black hole, like legit.
We got millions of reasons to let it all go.
It's a good thing I'm not scared of the dark or confined spaces. Okay, we're nearly there. We're nearly there.
I'm not always strong.
That was pretty fucked. I came out of that hole. Huh. Anyway, way up here on Waynapicchu is where the astrologer would have lived. Astrologer / priest, because they followed the stars and the sun and the moon as religion. So I thought the way down would be like a different way, but nope, it's the same. But you can't even tell they're stairs. They're stairs. Up. There's a guy up there yelling something. Like, oh my god. Oh my god, it's... And I'm busting. Wow, this is quite an experience. killing me. Looking back on today, I honestly don't know how I did that. I am so exhausted. But it was the best day ever. The weather was unbelievable. I don't think it would have been this nice for them in a month. Like, oh my god, so lucky. And Waynapicchu was incredible. I definitely recommend doing Waynapicchu. And I also recommend doing the whole journey yourself. It's just better, you can go at your own pace, you don't have to be waiting for people. Yeah, an amazing day. Oh, I'm about to walk down my last little steps. Who knows if or when I'll be back, but second time a charm. Absolutely loved it. I think sitting up on Waynapicchu on that ledge was one of my favourite moments of my whole life. It was just jaw-dropping like nothing else. Oh, I'm really sad to go, but I'm fucking starving. Oh my god, there's literally sweat dripping off me. My backpack is like saturated. What a day. And it's only 10:30, mate. There it is. Climb that bad boy. Wow, the bridge is literally shaking from the amount of water going nuts underneath. Wow.
We got millions of reasons to let it all go. Hope we're not too broken. I know I'm not always strong.
Oh, I'm nearly there. Crossing the last bridge over the river, and then 25 minutes for hydroelectrica. And then tomorrow I'm getting a flight to Pucallpa to the Amazon, where I will begin a new journey. Again, issues with the fucking bus. No bus came for me. I wasn't on any list, so I had to call my agency, and they've just added me to someone else's list. So I'm still waiting for the bus after an hour and a half. As you know, worst luck with buses, it broke down again and we had to hitchhike, and I rode on the floor of a packed bus and now my butt hurts. I'm at the airport about to board my flight to Lima, and I'm really sad to leave Cusco. I was nearly tearing up in the cab. So weird, but it feels good to be in an airport again. And yes, I chose the airport because the bus was going to be 50 hours. So that's probably a bit too much, especially because I'm on a time limit now. Everything from now on is go, go, go. I have so much to do, so much to see, so many places to be, so many people to catch up with. I've had the best time in Cusco, met so many amazing people, had 2 awesome jobs, had a place to live that's felt like home. It's been great. Amazon, here I come.